Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away in laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Perpetrol, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Coney show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leaving with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And you know that I'm a fool, my freestyle's wet, I'm floating in the pool. You should pay your tuition, you're going to my school. Principal keys, you niggas getting held back. Fuck them little sacks, you can have your bread back. No refund.
I see that somebody is trying to make it.
Tails.
Gang, I'm loving your body, girl, when it's naked.
Fuck, nigga, I wanna see niggas try this, my nigga. Niggas rolled up a V, nigga. What you talking about?
Show me what you roll up, bro.
Nigga, a V, nigga.
Show me.
A V, nigga. Take Ghost, nigga. Real talk. Hashtag Take Ghost, nigga. Self-made the fuck, nigga.
All that pressure on me got me feeling like you bogus. I remember when you niggas left me with the roaches. I think you turning fed cause you starting to do that other. I've been on my mission, I ain't even see my mother. My peoples live a distant, I ain't even see my daughter. I was trying to get it cause I'm drowning in that water though.
My bad, brother. Nah, good looking, bro. For real, I forgot that you 100 for real. I forgot I met you out there in the by the Highlands. So you smooth, bro.
I see that somebody is trying to make it.
Tails.
Gang, I'm loving your body, girl, when it's naked. Get down on your hands, let me see you shake it. Shake it, shake it. Get down on your hands, let me see you shake it. Come here, little baby, I like your fragrance. I loving your body.
Hey yo, what's poppin'? What's cracking, everybody? Give it a little second, man, to catch up with itself. See if I can get anybody in here, man. It's late, I know. I know it's late, but it is what it is, man. I said I wouldn't disappear, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man. You know, life is what it is, man. So you gotta take care of business sometimes. Everybody doing it. Let's see, we got a couple people in. Put some trance. Yeah, it's working. Audio's working. So, trying a few little things, man. I see that I don't exactly like how I did the settings for the camera, but it's good enough for that. I don't feel like resetting it and coming back, but it looks decent, a little bit better than it did last time. What's up with the few people that's in here, man? Drop me a comment, man. Let me know who's in here. It's late, man. I know, and I'm trying to get back on some type of schedule with the boxing talk, but man, it's difficult being that I work so much. But I just wanted to stop in, you know, see if anybody was on, see if anybody was up. I'm up bored. Got some work to do in the morning, but I had seen some stuff about the fight the other day. I wanted to come on the other day, but I got lazy and fell asleep. And it was talking about this lawsuit that's going on, I guess, between Pacquiao and Spence Jr. And I just wanted to see what everybody thought about that. See if anybody was out there and had heard the news about that was threatening to fight somehow. I don't know how true it is. You know, I just named it that just because I don't know how true that exactly is because I haven't got a chance to sit down and read the article on it, but I just found it interesting that would pop up at this time. Might be just a little publicity to try to help sell the fight, but I don't think you got to sell this fight much. This is going to be one of the greatest fights in recent boxing history, and I can't wait till it actually comes about, man. I have no idea who's in here. I'm glad a few people are up. I'm sorry once again I haven't been on, man, in about a week and a half. We had a good laugh the last time I was on. A lot of people donated to the channel, And I was gonna do a live of the fight, but I don't know if that's possible with the copyright strikes and everything the YouTube got going on. So I was gonna just go ahead and donate the money to somebody who might not be able to afford the fight, um, so they can go ahead and watch it and order it themselves, or perhaps put it towards something else uh, good in their life. Man, the stream like is skipping a little bit. I got some new equipment and I ain't set it all the way up yet, so I got to get on that. Man, it's been rough. Man, it's been hot. I'm working. It's hot. It's dusty. It's dirty. I'm tired when I get off, and I be wanting to get on here, but I don't be having time all the time. So I appreciate the few people who are in here right now. And I like I said, I just wanted to read the article that was going. Well, one of the articles that's going around about what's going on. Manny Pacquiao faces lawsuit saying he veered from Mikey Garcia for Errol Spence. Interesting. Powerful Combat Sports manager Adiata has filed a breach of contract lawsuit against 8th Division champion Manny Pacquiao, seeking to recoup a $3.3 million advance, requesting an injunction to stop Pacquiao's scheduled August 21st welterweight title fight against Errol Spence Attar, whose Southern California-based agency Paradigm Sports Management UFC Conor McGregor claims in the lawsuit filed in Orange County, California, that he was negotiating for Pacquiao to meet four division champion Mikey Garcia. The lawsuit, a copy of which obtained by the Athletic, also claims that Pacquiao associates, including the fighter, longtime advisors Shane Gibson and Fred Winchell, veered Pacquiao back to powerful boxing manager Al Heyman's Premier Boxing Championship, and he signed to fight unbeaten WBC IBF champion Spence in a pay-per-view bout to take place at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. In the lawsuit, Paradigm attorney, in addition to the millions of dollars in sought after losses that Paradigm stands to suffer, the damages to its reputation. Very interesting, man. I don't know. That's crazy. Like I said, I hadn't read it. I didn't know what was all involved. But obviously, they had some type of contract. And they seemed to have given Pacquiao some money, some money up front for that fight, and I guess they haven't gotten their money back yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure y'all have already heard about it. A few people that are in here, this is new news to me. Like I said, this is just an opportunity for me to get back on here, man, and see who's all out there, who's up late. But it could potentially, I don't think it would derail the fight. $3 million is not much. If he's already re-signed with Al Heyman and them, I'm pretty sure they already worked something out with Pacquiao to where they'll pay him Adi Attar and then recoup the money off the back end of the fight. But that's interesting that it's crazy how you can be signed to something. I'm guessing that he had to sign some type of contract for that Mikey fight. Because why would they be suing him unless he signed the contract? But it's crazy how people can sign a contract and then back out of it just like that nowadays. When something else better comes down the pipe, they backing out of it and going with the big money. Which the Errol Spence fight should have already been announced. Because Pacquiao had said, I don't know why the Mikey Garcia fight was even getting talked about. Because Pacquiao himself said that if he doesn't get the Crawford fight, he was taking the Spence fight. If he doesn't get the Spence fight, he's taking the Crawford fight. Those were the only two fights that he wanted. So I don't even know why the whole Mikey Garcia talk started. But obviously he signed some type of contract with Mikey because they're now suing him for that $3 million advance that he got. So, going to be interesting how far this goes. You know, I don't see it, once again, I don't see it derailing the fight. Because if I didn't realize that, see, I didn't think he was being promoted and managed by Paradigm and Adiato. I thought he was just signed some type of management deal with them. I thought he was still under PBC. So obviously, there's something weird going on with his contract, because he must either have another fight with PBC and they're trying to hold him to that fight, or he didn't sign what he thought he signed with Paradigm and he found an out of that fight, being that he went back with PBC. That's weird in itself, but I'm glad it happened that way, because we're gonna get a better fight out of it than we would have got with the Mikey Garcia fight. Even that, with my last live, I talked about what if Pacquiao gets knocked out. You know, even if Pacquiao gets knocked out, I still feel like the Errol Spence fight would be a better fight than the Mikey Garcia fight. I think we will get more action. I think the fans will be more into that fight. I think it's just an all-around better fight than the Mikey Garcia fight. So it's still going to be interesting to see how this affects whether this fight goes forward or whether they try to cancel. No, the fight's not canceled. I just put that in there, because there's a possibility it could be canceled, but no, the fight's not canceled. At this point, nobody's saying it's even at a threat of being canceled, because like I said, if he signed a new contract with PBC, which is interesting in itself too. I wonder, because this says he signed a new contract. He went back with PBC, so he had to sign a new contract. I'm like, so is that a 1-fight contract? Is that a 2-fight contract? Is Pacquiao going to be around a little while longer, even if he loses to Errol Spence? This makes the whole conversation a little more interesting. I'm going to have to dig more deeply into what's going on with that. I appreciate the like I received. We got 4 people watching, man. I appreciate that. I wish whoever was in here could drop me some comments, man. Let me know who you are. Because, like I said in the last live, well, the live before the last one, I think I received like $60, $65 in super chat, and the live before that I might have gotten like $12 in super chat. So that's like $75, and I want to donate it to somebody. We got 4 people in here right now. I wish somebody could hit me up, man, and let me know who's in here, because I want to donate it to somebody. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I might just pick somebody randomly. Whoever's been commenting the most, whoever's been the most loyal subscriber or follower, however you like to put it. And I might just donate that money to them. I don't have a cash app. I guess I'm going to have to get a cash app. Or maybe I can send a gift card or something to whoever I donate that money to. So, let me know, man, how y'all want to do that. I guess you can go to one of the old videos, leave me a comment, or you can go to the community section, leave me a comment. You can go to the WhatsApp group, leave me a comment. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you find me at, and just leave me a comment and let me know, like, hey, this is my idea, or hey, I've been following you for such and such amount of time. Would you consider donating the money to me? And I don't have a problem donating it to whoever. I might just pick somebody randomly though. But let's talk about why I've been gone for so long. Listen, man, for the few people that are in here, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow. I think it's supposed to rain, so I might not be able to work anyway. If it's raining, if it's real wet outside, I can't really. It's hard to do my job when it's real wet outside. But so, with the type of work that I do, man, and trying to do YouTube is real. It's real difficult, trying to find the time, and you gotta excuse the stream, man. It's gonna skip from time to time. I don't know why it does that, but I need to find a better way to set my routers up. I just got a new one, but I need to find a better way to set it up so it doesn't do that little skipping thing. But the job I do, man, and the type of time because I'm solo, I'm by myself, that I have to dedicate to that job is ridiculous, and it's been hot, man. The past, I'm pretty sure everywhere it's been hot, but it's really been hot up here. It's been 90 plus, and Kentucky has a different type of heat with the humidity we have. So it might, if it's 95, it's really like 105, somewhere like 105 with the humidity. And man, it's instant sweat. It just feels like the heat's sitting on you, and it drains your energy, man. So I'll be like, man, I'm gonna do it live tonight. I have my whole plan when I wake up. I'm gonna work a certain amount of hours. I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna come home, clean up, eat something, and go try to go live. And I just pass out from exhaustion every day before I can get to the live. I eat, and it just knocks me out. So I just gotta, since it's cooled down, hopefully it won't be knocking me out, from the heat exhaustion at the end of the day every day, so I can get on here and try to mingle with the community a little bit more, man, for the build up of the Pacquiao Spence fight. Because we're getting there, it's coming up on us real quick, man. Unless something drastic happens with this lawsuit, we definitely should be getting that fight here in about a month and a half, man, which is crazy. We got one. Rob, it's good to hear from you again, Mr. Cardinal Red Cali. What's good, Cali, in the building, man? Man, hey, like I said earlier, the heat exhaustion, man, it's getting to me. It's definitely getting to me, man. With it being 90 something, doing a lot of property every day, putting in a lot of hours, getting a big return in money because I am solo, because I don't have to pay anybody, and my overhead's real cheap. Getting a big return in money, but I'm taking a beating when it comes to exhaustion at the end of the day. Which is why I can pound out videos easily and during the off season. I can do 2, 3, 4 in a day in the off season. Then when I go back to work, it's just like, man, it's a roller coaster ride. But I'm definitely trying to get it together, man, so I can get back on here and mingle with the community again, because I really want to see this fight. I wanted to do the Gervonta Davis fight live, but I got caught up with some other things, man. I did watch what's his name? I watched so I basically just went and parking lot pimp, chilled out, man, because I was tired. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go chill out in the club district up here in Louisville. And so I went and chilled out, man, and I watched what's his name? Showbiz. Showbiz was streaming the fight. So I watched a little bit of his stream, and I kind of got interrupted because the young dudes, they run up on me for some, I don't know why. When I'm chilling, I just get a ton of young dudes. They always run up on me and want to chop it up and talk. So this young guy ran up on me, and we got to talking for about an hour. And I'm like, oh man, I missed the rest of the fight. So as soon as he got up and left, I went back and checked, and the fight was already over. And they said he said Davis had won. And congratulations to Davis, man. I didn't get to watch it live. I got to see some of the highlights from the fight, but I didn't get to watch it live. But congratulations to Davis, man. I seen him almost fall off the podium at the press conference, man. He gotta be more careful. He be looking like he's in a daze, like he's high. So he be on cloud nine, man. He's a cool dude though, man. I like Gervonta Davis. I also missed that Lomachenko fight the same night. I didn't even know that fight was going on. But Showbiz, once again, when I tuned in, he was watching the Lomachenko fight, and then he switched over to the Gervonta Davis fight. So, shouts out to Lomachenko for his big win, man. I've been saying for a while that the whatchamacallit fight, the Teofimo fight was a fluke, man. I don't feel like Teofimo I don't feel like he dominated Vasile in that fight. I just feel like Vasile wasn't himself, whether it was really a shoulder injury or he just wasn't himself. It's up to you to decide. Hey, I feel like boxers are athletes. They get hurt all the time. But when you sign a contract, you kind of tied into that. And it's real hard to back out of a boxing fight. So I don't think we saw the real Vasile Lomachenko in that fight. And hey, he just took advantage of it. You know, I can't blame Teofimo for being the victor, but I don't feel like his braggadocious, him being so braggadocious about the whole situation, is warranted because I feel like Vasile would actually beat him in a rematch. But shouts out to Vasile, shouts out to Gervonta Davis. Neither one of those fights gonna have anything on this Manny Pacquiao Errol Spence fight. I think that's the biggest fight of the year. I'm hoping Pacquiao pulls it off. I'm pretty sure he still has everything that he needs to pull that fight off. But at the end of the day, as a boxing fan, as a Pacquiao fan, I'm just happy he's still around to entertain me and maybe just one more time in the sport of boxing, man. Because it's been a roller coaster ride up until this point. I think it's only gonna get better, you know, especially if he wins. If he wins, man, I keep telling y'all, if he wins, if he beats Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, I'm definitely gonna turn the bus over. I'm gonna go find the city bus. And I'm gonna throw my back out trying to turn it over, man, straight up and down. So, we got 7 people here. I appreciate the 7 people for tuning in, man. The last live got cut off real fast by my homie, man. You know, y'all can all thumbs him down if you want to. Because I planned on staying on for a while during that one because there was a few topics. One of the homies who's in the WhatsApp group, who's been a long time subscriber, he's been wanting to talk about, which is like racism in the sport of boxing and surrounding Pacquiao. And since I don't think he's in here, and I didn't see Caps post a comment or him post a comment, so I'm not gonna talk about that tonight. Hopefully, maybe I can get in touch with him tomorrow, and we can touch on that subject tomorrow if I have the time to get on. But let's talk about Pacquiao versus Spence for a few minutes, man. We've been out here for 23 minutes. Hey, I got 7 people in here. Can I get at least 6 likes? Because I know one of those 7 ain't a real view. It's me watching myself. So, hey man, can I get at least 5 likes, man? Get me up to 6 likes, man. Please, I appreciate that. But let's talk about Pacquiao Spence for a few minutes, and then I'll let you guys go to sleep, man. I know it's late. It's late here. It's probably late where you at. So, you know, I'm gonna let everybody go to sleep. Y'all bang out to my homie for a few seconds though, before we get into
I see that somebody is trying to make it. Tails, gang. I'm loving your body, girl, when it's naked.
Fuck, nigga, I wanna see niggas try this, my nigga. Niggas rolled up a V, nigga. What you talking about?
Show me what you roll up,
Nigga,
bro.
a V, nigga.
Show me.
A V, nigga. Take Ghost, nigga. Real talk. Hashtag Take Ghost, nigga. Self-made the fuck, nigga.
All that pressure on me got me feeling like you bogus. I remember when you niggas left me with the roaches. I think you turning fed cause you starting to do that other. I've been on my mission, I ain't even see my mother. My peoples live a distant, I ain't even see my daughter. I was trying to get it cause I'm drowning in that water though.
My bad, brother. Nah, good looking, bro. For real, I forgot that you 100 for real. I forgot I met you out there in the by the Highlands. So you smooth, bro.
I see that somebody is trying to make it.
Hey, you know what? He's young in the rap game, man. And he's trying to do his thing. He's straight out of Louisville. He's a real one, man. You know, I met the guy. He ran up on me when I was out chilling one day, and he's a real cool cat, man. You know, so I told him if he would okay it, then I would play his music on the lives, man, and try to get him a few more people to tune in to his music, man, and support him. But he's a cool guy, man. He's young in the rap game, got a long way to go, man. But he's definitely on his way. He's shaking a few checking a few baskets, man. Trying to get him $1, man, so he can move forward. But okay, Patrick, what's good? What's good, man? I see you. I see. I appreciate you for tuning in. Long time subscriber. Okay, we got 3 likes. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's better than that. Okay, we got 4. Appreciate that. Better than nothing. Okay, so Pacquiao versus Spence, man. How's this gonna play out? Basically, and like I said, man, I've been working so much. I don't lie to people. I have not had an opportunity to sit down and even follow what's going on, man. I catch a few things that get posted on Instagram, on Pacquiao's account. I'm subscribed to Team Pacquiao on YouTube. And you know, I see a few things on there of him sparring and stuff, but I haven't been able to sit down and go and just watch and observe what Pacquiao's been doing. Now, I will say this: I saw some pictures of Pacquiao. I think he was sparring. Was he sparring? I think he was sparring somebody. And no, I think he was hitting the mitts with Boo Boy. He was hitting the mitt. This one he was hitting the mitts with Boo Boy. And they showed his forearm, so they showed his arm like impacting the mitts. And the one thing I did notice about Pacquiao is he doesn't look like he's lost any muscle mass in his arms. You know, I don't ever look for Pacquiao's legs to be gone because his leg muscles and his calves are so big. But what I noticed was it looked like his arms had gotten bigger from the last time I seen him fight, and it was. It immediately caught my eyes, what I'm trying to say. And it gave me a lot more confidence when I saw that picture in Pacquiao winning the fight, because he looks ready already, if that makes sense. He already looks like he can go in there tomorrow and give Errol Spence a good fight, because he physically looks big. But what I did notice yesterday, looking through Instagram again on Errol Spence's Instagram account, as he had a picture up with him and about 3 or 4 other guys, and he was sitting down, and he looked really bulked up. He didn't look, you know, he looked a little shredded down in the Danny Garcia fight, but in that picture, he looked like he had bulked up. You know, he looked stronger than he did when he was in the Danny, before the Danny fight. So I don't know what that means for Spence. That's my neighbor. I don't know if y'all heard that. My neighbor's out there, but he got a challenger, man. I got some wild new neighbors, man, and they be out there, man. It be 3 o'clock in the morning. They be out there burning their tires, like banging their music. But salute to them, man. Do your thing. Ain't no hater. But both of those guys look bulked up. Pacquiao looks bulked up in the arms. Spence looks bulked up in the arms and in the chest. And what I'm hoping for is that Spence, being a little heavier, is also a little slower. And Pacquiao, he seems to carry his weight very well at 147. So I don't see him bulking up, slowing him down at 147. But it's a possibility that could slow him down at 104. I would like to know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think? Y'all think, from what y'all seen of Pacquiao so far and Spence, leading up to this fight, do they both look a little more bulked up to you, or am I just seeing things because I haven't really gotten to see these guys, you know, up close and personal in about, well, at least Pacquiao in over a year. Okay, we got a couple more. Bobby Rick, what's good, man? Bobby Rick, okay, Red, I see you with that 24. It's not. I wish it was 24. It's not 24. It's real, but it's not 24. It's what is it? It's 14. It's 14. It's 14. 14K. But it's real, you know. Treat yourself sometimes, man. Life's good, man. I've been working hard, bro. You know, and hey, man, I don't usually do stuff like this. I'm not a jury guy. But definitely, everyone. I didn't know what else to do. You know, what else am I'm not a rim guy. You know, a lot of people I know are rim. You know, they'll go spend their money on some rims, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I would like to have some rims. You know, but I'm not just the type to go just blow my money on some rims. With jewelry, you can at least sell it back if you ever get into a tight spot. And this is real. I paid for it. I got the ticket for it. I got the receipt for it. The dude who sold it to me, pretty cool guy down here, Derby City Jewelers, Little John is what they call him. No copyright strikes, please, for him. But that's his name, Little John, Derby City Jewelers. So if I ever need some money, he's gonna have his jewelry back, and I'm gonna get my cash back. No, but I don't plan on that happening. But I appreciate that, man. Now it's not 24, it's 14, but it is very real. You can try to take it if you want to, but I plan on walking away at the end of it. All right, so Pacquiao been sparring with a middleweight. That might be who I saw. I did see him sparring someone. I don't know exactly who it was. They normally don't say until after the fights who they're sparring with. But I did see him sparring with a very big guy. His arms look tremendously big. His legs always look very defined and big. But what I did, and he had a shirt on when the picture I saw. So I wasn't able to see his physique of his body, but I did see I did notice. The first thing I noticed in that picture was his arms, how big his arms looked. So I don't know what he's doing to bulk his arms up, but it's working. Pacquiao flying to Los Angeles this weekend to train with Freddie. Okay, because I thought he was still in the Philippines. That's what I thought, because it looked like every time I seen a picture or a post from Pacquiao that it looked, it didn't look like he was in America yet. So I'm glad Patrick Carter confirmed that for me. I'm not sure if everybody knew that, but I definitely didn't know that yet at this point. Doomsday True, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you for tuning in. I'm just concerned most about Pac's conditioning and stamina. Hopefully he can stretch it out throughout the fight. The one thing I'm not worried about with Pacquiao is his stamina. And I know a lot of people said he looked like he gassed out in the Keith Thurman. I don't feel like he gassed out in the Thurman fight. Doomsday, if he's still in here, I don't feel like he gassed in the Thurman fight. I feel like he was up so big on the cards, and Pacquiao is at a point in his career and a point in his, I guess his life and his mental state and his religion that he doesn't want to destroy these guys in the ring unless it's absolutely necessary. It wasn't necessary for him to go after Keith Thurman in the later rounds of that fight. So I just feel like he didn't do it. Not that he couldn't do it, but I just feel like he didn't do it. But what people should have noticed is in that fight is that at the end, Thurman didn't have anything left either. It wasn't like he was putting on some dynamic comeback against Pacquiao, making Pacquiao look bad at the end of the fight. He was throwing some good punches at the end of the fight, but there was nothing in there that was definitively gave him a round. I think he pretty much lost in my mind, I think he pretty much lost every round in that fight. There might have been some close rounds, but he still lost, to me, all of those rounds. Pretty much every round, except for maybe I think it was the 8th or 9th round. I think you could have gave him that round by like a half a point. But look, I feel like I don't feel like Pacquiao ever gassed out in that fight. I don't feel like Pacquiao stamina should be in question. I just feel like Pacquiao he's not trying to destroy his opponent anymore. He's just trying to win the fight, and he was up so big. All he had to do was win the fight. He didn't have to try to knock Thurman out or just completely margarita on Thurman to win that fight. So that's my take on it, man. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel about it. All right, so Culture Mix, what's up, bro? Man, good to see you, fam. Man, good to see you, man. Long time. He's a real homie too, Culture Mix. Go check out his channel, man. He's been subscribed for a long time, man. So I always appreciate when and it's always good to see him, man. What's the update on the fight? I got here late. To be completely honest, there is some talk about it being canceled, but what it really is Pacquiao's getting sued for backing out of the Mikey Garcia fight. There was an article that came out, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. I meant to do this live yesterday, but I got caught up. And Pacquiao's now being sued, and they're trying to delay the fight or have it postponed until the lawsuit is settled. But it's for such a small amount of money that I don't think it's enough money to delay the fight. They said that Adi Attar said he gave Pacquiao a $3 million advance on the Mikey Garcia fight, and he's suing Manny Pacquiao for that $3 million advance, and he's trying to stop the fight. But I don't think he's saying that Pacquiao re-signed with PBC, which I didn't know. I thought he was still already signed with PBC, and Paradigm was just the management group. But apparently, they thought that they were his promoter and his management group, and Pacquiao saw it differently, and he re-signed with PBC according to this article, and they're now suing him for that $3 million back. So, it is what it is. I thought Adi Attar was his friend. I thought that they were cool. Obviously, that guy was trying to manipulate Pacquiao in some type of way to do some fights that didn't align with what Pacquiao wanted. The Mikey fight, the Ryan fight, the Conor McGregor fight. All those fights got announced and then backed out of. And I think that's because Pacquiao didn't want those fights. Pacquiao wanted to fight a legacy fight, a legendary fight. And hey, it is what it is. I I don't feel like that $3 million is enough to stop this Errol Spence fight. I think at the end of the day, if PBC has to put that $3 million up and then just recoup it off the back end of the Pacquiao Spence fight, that's more than likely what will happen. Doomsday says, I hear you, Cardinal. I can see that. Appreciate that, brother. Culture Myth, everything cool. Is it okay if I drop my t-shirt link? Unfortunately, I had to block links. I gotta go back into my settings and unblock it. Hold on. Let me try something here for a second. Culture Mix, you still in here, Culture Mix? Let me know if you're still in here. I'm gonna try something real quick. Because I think if I make you a moderator, they might let you put links. They still might block your link, but you can try it. I'm gonna make you a moderator real fast, and you can try to drop your link. If it don't work, then that means on the next live, I have to go into my settings and unblock links. But I'm gonna make you a moderator real fast. There you go. You're now a moderator, so you can go ahead and try to drop your link, Culture. I don't mind you doing it, man. I can't do that for everybody, but I know you're a good dude, and I support everything you're trying to do, man. So you can go ahead and try to drop your link, bro. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, I can't do that for everybody, man, because people were when YouTube was going through all that stuff with Logan Paul and then the kid stuff. It's people posting inappropriate stuff in the comment section and links to inappropriate stuff in the comment section. So I had to go ahead and block all that stuff. And I was getting a lot of hate comments and people saying negative words toward the Filipino people. So I had to block a lot of stuff. So if you're wondering why you can't cuss in the chat, I personally really don't cuss on YouTube, period, anyway, simply because I know, there's kids that watch this stuff, there are older people that watch this stuff, and they really don't want to be bothered with, all that type of talk. And as a black man trying to do better, I don't want to be putting out the wrong image of black people, to the world, man. We got to try to do better, man. We're human beings at the end of the day. We're given the ability to articulate and conversate for a reason. We We don't have to, I'm straight from the hood, but I don't have to be ghetto all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's a place and a time for everything. So when you're trying to conversate with millions of people, which I'm trying to talk to, different cultures and different races, and people just want to talk, man. They don't want to be bothered with F this and F that, and and you gotta be able to articulate a little better than that, man. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? Some people might like that because it's entertaining to some people, but to me, I feel like articulating to people is much more entertaining, especially when you open the conversation up and it can go both ways. All right, so I guess I guess it works if I make you a moderator. And Rob says you're just trying to be professional, brother. It's that too, and YouTube wants a certain standard, and it's being professional, and trying to it's just trying to give a better image of black people, man. Black people have a really bad image at this point, and it don't help when every image you see of black people, they either cussing or rapping or dancing. It would help if a lot of these guys, that's not even their real life. They don't even act like that in real life. A lot of these guys went to real good schools. A lot of these guys have PhD. They got degrees and stuff. I'm straight from the hood, man. I don't. I'm almost self-educated and everything. A lot of stuff that I've done it on my own. Not that I didn't have a good upbringing or anything. It's just, in Kentucky, you got to struggle for a lot of stuff, man. So, I'm the type of person if I know I'm smart, I don't want to push an image of ignorance to other people. I don't want to push a fake image to people because I know I'm better. I'm better than that. So why not be at your highest level, especially in front of other people, man? It's kind of ridiculous how black people act sometimes. It's not just black people. Let's not get that twisted. Hood people, ghetto people, it spans all cultures. I know white hood people that are more gangster than some of the black people I know. Mexicans, Chinese people, all around. And down here, it's a lot of gangster Africans there. And I'm not laughing at these people, but it's funny almost in a way because a couple of years back, it wasn't like that. A lot of these people were just getting up here, and now when I go out and I see, I'm looking around, I'm scoping the scene. It's like a lot of gangster Africans out here now. No hate, no shade to these dudes. They pull chicks. They got money. They got power. They will do you in a second. And these are real gangster dudes. But it's just funny to see some real hardcore Africans, man. And these dudes ain't playing, man. It's a gang of them too. They all push charge. Hey, it's crazy. They all got Dodges. And they run through the city like animals do. It's insane up here right now, man. Let me what's going on in the chat. So all good, yeah, man. We must be on code. Okay, definitely. Yeah. So Culture Mix, anytime you want to post something, man, you're now a moderator. So apparently, if I make you a moderator, they'll let you post without me having to go in and alter that setting, because I really don't want to turn that setting off because it gets kind of foolish in the chat sometimes. But definitely, man, anytime you want to post something, man, I support you, brother. So do your thing, man. From now on, you don't gotta ask. But definitely, man, I think Pacquiao stands to gain a lot from this fight if he wins or loses. Like I keep saying, it's going to depend on how Pacquiao loses, if he loses. And I keep going back to that because in my mind, if he re-signs with PBC, he's already thinking about fighting again. I think he's banking on winning. So, and hey, I'm with Pacquiao, man. If he feel like he's gonna win, we gonna win. Sure enough, all day long, I'm with Pacquiao. But I feel like at the end of the day, if he does lose, but he loses with dignity and pride, he didn't go down really bad, he didn't get Marquez, He just lost by half a point. We could definitely get a rematch out of this, or possibly Pacquiao going and fighting Terrence Crawford next. On a quick turnaround, which would be even more insane. So, it's I think boxing is on the upswing. They're trying to, you know, it's going to take for these two companies to come together to fix the sport. At the end of the day, I saw something the other day on Instagram that was interesting. And y'all let me know, man, if y'all ready to get out here, man. Y'all want me to shut up, man, because I'll go ahead and go to sleep. But uh, I saw something out there on Instagram, right? They were showing Gervonta Davis. They were like, Gervonta Davis will never fight any of the good fighters because they're not on PBC. And then they named Teofimo, Devin Haney, Vasil, Ryan Garcia. It was a bunch of dudes, but none of them are on PBC. So they were saying none of these fights are going to happen unless those guys go to PBC. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, what's going to happen to boxing? Especially the welterweight division after Manny Pacquiao's gone. Is boxing going to be the same? Is boxing going to just kind of like drop off? Because Pacquiao seems to be the only real excitement left in the sport, and at the end of the day, I'm really not overly excited about any new fighters except for maybe Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, really, I like Davis, and I feel like Davis, he's the real deal. I don't think these fights are set up, and I don't feel like he's faking it. And I don't dislike him because he's around Mayweather. I think he's the real deal. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with after Pacquiao's gone. But beyond that, there's a few other guys that I want to sit down and check out and see if they are the next level. And I think I like Haney. I did catch a little bit of his last fight. I think people feel like Haney could be the next big thing. I want to see Vasil rematch Teofimo. I think that's a great fight. I think Gervonta Davis knocks Teofimo Lopez out. I think Vasil Lomachenko can outpoint Teofimo if he can get a rematch. I don't think he can knock him out, but I do feel like he can outpoint Teofimo. I think Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis would be a hell of a fight. I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen, but at the end of the day, what's going to happen to boxing after Pacquiao's gone? Is it going to just is boxing going to suck after Pacquiao, especially for us Pacquiao fans, because we don't have another fighter to hang our hat on? And I joked and made fun of Mayweather fans on Facebook. Coach Mitch might have saw some of that because he's on Facebook. When he was retiring, I used to make jokes like, what are Mayweather fans gonna do after he's retired, after he's gone? And they're still around, but they're not active in the sport because he's not active. He's only doing clown stuff now. And at the end of the day, now it's almost like, wow, what do Pacquiao fans do once Pacquiao's gone? There's gonna be a big void in Pacquiao fans, and there's millions of us out there. Who do we turn to as our next? Who are you guys turning to as your next fighter? And who are you guys gonna put your hat on after Pacquiao's gone? Let me go into this chat real quick. I can see Manny winning the fight from speed and movement. Spence is not the best when it comes to the footwork. I completely agree with you, Coach, man. I think that's what's going to win him the fight is speed and movement. If you watch that Danny Garcia fight, Spence is very, very, very slow and very plotty, and he tries to bully without using a lot of stamina. And I don't know if that was a result of the accident or a result of him being out for so long or a result of him just trying to be cautious in the first fight back. But he didn't look explosive, put it that way. Pacquiao looked explosive versus Keith Thurman, the biggest welterweight out there, who was supposed to be the next big guy in boxing. He looked explosive. He knocked him down in the first round. Compare that Spence last fight to Pacquiao's last fight. Whether you think Pacquiao gassed at the end or not, which one of those was the more exciting fight? And you got to say the Pacquiao fight, just because of the knockdown. Now some people might not agree with that, but I feel like if you set those fights side by side and made people choose one of those fights, they're gonna watch the Pacquiao fight because of the knockdown over the Spence Garcia fight, because it was just a good return for Spence, but a very boring, very slow, very plotty fight. And I think there was a lot there for Pacquiao to take advantage of. Uh, Thomas says, "Can you drop the link to join the stream?" See, the thing about that is I can't just add you onto the stream with the program I use. I can add you in, but we have to set it up behind the scenes first, Thomas. If you want to, like I told you, like I said last time, if you want to be on, you got to hit me up. You got to either join the WhatsApp group, get the WhatsApp, or hit me up in the community section or on Instagram or Facebook, so we can set up a day and a time. That way, I can add you in the beginning, because I have to add you in before I start the stream. I can't just give out that link because it's an open source link, and you, not that I don't trust you, but you could just give that link out to anybody and they could just start all joining in. So I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that we're on the same page, and that way it's a little more safer for both of us. So uh, you gotta let me know at least a day in advance when you can do it and what time you can do it, so I can set that up for you, Thomas. But I have no problem adding you in. Culture Mix, yeah, I seen that. Ha ha. That Mayweather madness. LOL. Barav says David Benavidez could be up there too, and I've heard that name. I haven't seen him fight yet, to be completely honest with you, but I've heard that name. A lot of people like Benavidez. Got to check him out, man, so I can get more educated on the type of fighter he is. But I have heard Benavidez's name a lot. Me personally, if I had to pick one or two fighters, I think could carry the torch that Pacquiao Mayweather had. I would definitely put Gervonta Davis in there. Um, and then I might say, what's the other guy? And I can't think of his name. It's the Chinese guy, and he's just been beating everybody's butt, man. I can't think of his name though. He's been pretty much demolishing everybody. But it would be between those two guys. I think who could definitely carry the torch. Now that excludes Spence and Crawford. They obviously, if Spence beats Pacquiao, then it's really gonna boost him up, and he's gonna be a king of boxing at that point. And a lot of people are gonna move into being Errol Spence fans. Yeah, David Benavidez is a big crafty fighter. Now, I'm definitely going to check him out, man, because a lot of people seem to like Benavidez. Anybody know when his next fight is? Maybe we can do something live with his next fight. The monster. Culture said he's the monster. Definitely, man. Let me see. Services says, for those of you suffering losses, please know that feeling of empathy is normal reaction. We at I don't know, services not only do funeral services, but we strive to mend and heal our client. I guess that's some type of funeral service. Definitely, man. If you lost a family member or a loved one during this pandemic, no matter how you feel, whether you think it's whatever you feel about it, definitely check him out, man. Go to not. I don't know how to pronounce that first. Services, man. Go to him. I didn't go to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce the first word because I can barely see it on my screen. But go check that out, man. I don't mind you putting that little commercial in there, man. Shout you out, man. Hope you get a few clients off that. And Hey man, I'm sorry if you lost any loved ones. Is that uh Iona? He's Japanese. Yeah, that's him. That's him. And he's been whooping everybody, man. So I would think if anybody, I would say it would be Devin Haney, uh, Javante Davis, and Iona. I hope I'm pronouncing it right because I can never say his name right. But definitely, I think those guys definitely have a chance to be big names in the sport after Pacquiao. But I still feel like it's going to be a big void for Pacquiao fans because you know who do you kind of turn to now as a Pacquiao fan? Who picks up that torch? Who kind of fills that void? Naoya Iona, the monster. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, the guy's a beast, man. I haven't seen him fight live, but I've seen a lot of his highlights. I hear his name all the time, and the guy, like they're saying, he's a monster. You know, he's a beast. So definitely, I think he's one of those guys. Yeah, the Asian guy, I don't remember his name, but the nickname is the monster. Yep, Coach Mix hit it right on the head. And as a Pacquiao fan, man, it's gonna be rough after he's gone, man. I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna be real rough to 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 not be able to look forward to another Pacquiao fight, man. Uh, just as a Pacquiao fan, but we all knew that day was gonna come. My only hope is hopefully somehow we get a Pacquiao Mayweather rematch before he retires. I'm That's all I want. Even if let's just say the Spence fight gets sued into oblivion and he doesn't fight Crawford, and he's like, okay, well, I'll take one more fight, then I'm gonna retire. I would hope to God that it's that Floyd Mayweather fight, man, because I definitely think Pacquiao deserved the victory in the first fight. I think he deserved to have the fight sooner than the first fight actually happened, and I think he would get a definitive win in the second fight. And I think that would mean more to Pacquiao too than even beating Spence and Crawford, because I think he really thinks that hurt his legacy in some kind. I don't feel like it hurt his legacy personally, but I know amongst other fans, Mayweather fans, and people who feel like he kind of threw the fight, that they feel like it hurt his legacy. But me personally, I don't feel like that. But for his sake, I would hope he would be able to get that fight back. Mayweather don't want a healthy Manny. I still say he won the first fight. Culture mix. I agree with you, man. I feel like he won the first fight, and I think Mayweather knew what was going on. He kind of took advantage of what was going on with Pacquiao. Pacquiao couldn't back out of the fight because of the money involved in it, and I think even with one arm, he still gave a. He didn't beat Mayweather down or anything. Neither one of the guys got beat down. But I think even with one arm, he put up a better performance, and he went harder than Mayweather did. Now, it depends on how you look at boxing, because a lot of people say, well, Mayweather was real defensive, so that means he won the fight. And then you got the other half of people who say, well, Pacquiao was the one coming forward and throwing the punches and being offensive, so he won the fight. So it's all in how you look at boxing. But me as a Pacquiao fan, and I feel like I'm a pure boxing fan, I think going off the actual rules of boxing, Pacquiao should have had his hand raised as the victor of that fight because he was being more active. Exactly what Holyfield said. You would think the guy who was throwing and landing punches would have won the fight, but it is what it is. But I would hope for Pacquiao's sake he would be able to get that fight back, man. Um, any more topics y'all want to touch on before I get out of here? Definitely try to get back on here tomorrow, man. We got a decent crowd for the day, man. Got 8 likes. I appreciate that. Thanks everybody for coming through. I know some people are probably mad at me, man, because I said I'd be back on. I wouldn't disappear again. But like I said in the last few lives, man, before this, I'm really busy. Summertime is my money making season, so I gotta get it while the getting is good. And I definitely be tired, man. I can't help that. I'm human. So drop me a comment, man. Y'all want to talk about anything else before I get out of here? We're gonna bang out to Tay one more time. All right.
I see that somebody is trying to make it. Tails, gang. I'm loving your body, girl, when it's naked.
Fuck, nigga, I wanna see niggas try this, my nigga. Niggas rolled up a V, nigga. What you talking about?
Show me what you roll up,
Nigga,
bro.
a V, nigga.
Show me.
A V, nigga. Tay Ghost, nigga. Real talk. Hashtag Tay Ghost, nigga. Self-made the fuck, nigga.
All that pressure on me got me feeling like you bogus. I remember when you niggas left me with the roaches. I think you turning fed cause you starting to do that other. I've been on my mission, I ain't even see my mother. My people's live a distant, I ain't even see my daughter. I was trying to get it cause I'm drowning in that water though.
My bad, brother. Nah, good looking, bro. For real, I forgot that you 100 for real. I forgot I met you out there in the by the Highlands. So you smooth, bro.
Nicholas Barris, Louisville Select Boxing. I'm a coach working with youth ages 8 to 21. We're coming for you.
All right, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check them out, man. Come on down to Louisville Boxing Select Gym, man, and sign up, man. Which do you guys have a fee for your?
It's $25 a month. Gym dues. Give us a call.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do a few more minutes, man. Then I think I'm gonna shut it down for the night, man. It's getting late. Appreciate everybody for coming through. All right, we got one more question. Rob, the Tank might be the next one, but he kind of have vanilla person. No, I don't know what you persona, vanilla persona. What do you mean by vanilla? uh, 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 I like Tank, man. I like Tank. I don't have nothing bad to say about Tank. I don't have anything bad to say about his persona or his I guess being cocky or brash or or I just like him. He's a good boxer, man. He does what he's supposed to do. He goes in there, he wins fights, and he wins them in spectacular fashion. I don't hate. I do feel like I do feel like especially for black fighters, and I wanted to save this topic because it's the race topic that they was touching on. I do feel like black fighters, they get shunned by certain crowds because of their cockiness and their brashness. But I feel like in boxing, you gotta be a little cocky, you gotta be a little brash, you gotta be able to, especially when you're on an elite level, you gotta let these guys know they're not on your level. But I do feel like he can that can turn some people off when it comes to black fighters. But for me personally, when it comes to Gervonta Davis, I really don't pay attention much. Now here's my thing, man. I don't. For the past few years, I just try to blank out people's personal lives. I don't try to follow people's personal lives anymore. I think that's one of the problems in boxing and sports and entertainment. Period, is that there was an allure about an athlete or a singer or an entertainer 10, 15, 20 years ago because we weren't so deep in each other's lives like we are now. Like a lot of people feel like they know somebody, like a famous person, because of Instagram, or they might have talked to them on some app. So they feel like they know these people, and they feel like it gives them the right to kind of judge people. Me personally, I try to stay out of people's lives, man. I don't want to. I'd rather not, feel like I know these people personally or try to judge these people personally. Even though sometimes it's hard not to do that, especially when you're doing YouTube. You gotta have an opinion, but I I really try to stay out of people's personal lives, man. I really try not to judge these people. I just want to know them for their talent. These guys are in boxing. I would rather just judge them off their talents than judge them off their personal lives. So when it comes to Davis and what he does behind the scenes, I really don't want to judge him off that. And I don't follow his life that closely to even judge him. Period. So I would have to just everything I go off of when it comes to him at this point is basically off of boxing, and he's one of the best boxers out there right now, and he definitely hits hard, and he can floor you, and he's floored some big people and some small people, and done it in spectacular fashion. So that's all I'm gonna go off of. I don't want to judge him personally, but I feel what you're saying. Black people can turn you off with their cockiness and their brashness and how they brag and stuff, to where some people just want to know you for your talent. But it is what it is, man. I like Gervonta Davis, and I feel like if he sticks to his guns, he keeps doing what he's doing. Whatever they're doing is working, so stick to it. And he picks the right fights. If he can get some of those big fights that I was mentioning, like Garcia or Lopez or Lomachenko. And if I was him, I would really be going after Lomachenko, because I would get Lomachenko before, because if Lomachenko's really damaged and he can't beat an elite fighter anymore, that's another step up for Gervonta Davis. If he can go in there and knock out Lomachenko, I would say he really has a good chance against Teofimo, which I already think he can beat Teofimo, but that would solidify my thoughts about him perhaps beating Teofimo. So I think with Vasil coming off his victory and Gervonta coming off his victory, I think it opens the door up for Vasil to try to be a champion again, and it opens the door up for Gervonta Davis to say he beat a big name, a superstar fighter. So you might see Gervonta Davis versus Vasil Lomachenko next, and I think it would be a good fight. You perhaps might see Gervonta Davis versus Teofimo, but perhaps he'll just try to skip that and go straight for Teofimo. Let me check the chat, man, and I think I'm gonna get out of here. Let's see what y'all saying. Since when Crawford have YouTube channel? Crawford only wishes he could be this cool. He's the mini Tyson, but you right. Point taken. Definitely, man. He's definitely a small version of Mike Tyson, man. The way he punches and the power he's able to generate is spectacular, man. Because I saw the punch he won that last fight with, and it was a great body shot. I think it was the punch that started it. I think he knocked him out. They stopped it off a head punch. But that body shot was spectacular. What's good, fam? What's good, Brian Q, man? Good looking, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Yo, homie, didn't do so well against Loma. Y'all must know each other already. I didn't get to catch the Loma fight, man. I'm about to go back on YouTube and watch it and see how good he did, man. But I think Loma and Gervonta Davis will be a heck of a fight. I still feel like Loma deserves his rematch because I like I said earlier, I think the Teofimo victory was a little bit of a fluke, but I want to see that fight happen again, man. I want to see both of them guys healthy and go at it one more time because I think he deserves it. Loma gave you the opportunity, give the opportunity back. Nobody knew Teofimo until Loma gave him a shot, and now he's trying to act like he can't return the favor because he's too big, or I don't know. Loma evil now. Loma got hatred in his heart. I mean, I would too, to be honest with you. I definitely would too, because I feel like, from what I just said, nobody knew who Teofimo Lopez was except for hardcore boxing fans. And he had been chasing Loma around for months and months and months, begging for that fight. And okay, you won the fight. Loma said he's hurt. but he gave you the opportunity. What's stopping you from turning around, making a lot more money, and giving him the opportunity back? In my mind, it's because he knows Loma was hurt and he didn't get the full 100% Lomachenko, and that he could possibly get beat pretty bad if he rematched him. So, in my mind, I feel like Loma deserves that rematch, and I think, for lack of a better word, Teofimo might be a little bit scared of Lomachenko. I think we're gonna end it right there, man. Can I get? I'm at 9 likes, man. I appreciate that from everybody. Can I get one more like? If anybody in here hasn't hit the like button, man, pack you out that like button for me, man. Get me up to 10 before I get out of here. Definitely, we'll try to get back on here tomorrow, and we can talk some more boxing. I was gonna try to do these impromptu lives where I just go live. But I know y'all used to seeing my thumbnails, and that's what gets a lot of people to click on the videos. So I don't even know if y'all will even notice that I'm online if I don't post a thumbnail with it. And when you go live from mobile, they don't let you do. It's really complicated to put a thumbnail on it. Man, I appreciate that 10th like, man. All right, man, I appreciate that. Man, that's beautiful. But definitely, man. So I might try to do some impromptu lives when I can. Just go live and just talk. Shoot the ish. Definitely will try to get back on some type of schedule, maybe 2-3 times a week. And try to start posting videos again, man. I appreciate that buying Q, man. I don't know if I'm gonna go, but we're gonna try to get there, man. Hopefully, this Pacquiao fight will catapult the channel to another level. And then Thomas, man, definitely holler at me, man. You gotta hit me up behind the scene. If anybody else wants to be featured on, wants to come on, man, we can chop it up, talk boxing. Definitely hit me up, and we can definitely do that. I don't mind putting nobody on here and just talking boxing, man. If anybody else got anything else to say, man, go ahead and drop it now. Otherwise, I think I'm about to get out of here, man. Till tomorrow. Come back online soon. I definitely will try to do that, bro. Shroom, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you for stopping by. Definitely will, man. What do y'all want to see, man? What do y'all want to see, man? Y'all want me to try to get some guests on? Whether some other YouTubers, maybe some boxers from Louisville. I'm trying to get some of these guys. I just showed y'all the Louisville Select Boxing Gym. I got to talk with a bunch of those guys over there. Maybe try if Thomas wants to come on. If any of the Shroom, if you want to come on, that's cool. Definitely try to got to get back up with Caps. Try to get him back on, but y'all gotta let me know what y'all want to see, man. What kind of content y'all want me to start focusing on, so I can definitely get some new ideas and start trying to put more of an effort back into the channel, leading up to this fight and just doing all type of stuff. So I do got some other content that I'm gonna be dropping besides the boxing stuff. Like I got some cooking stuff that I want to start doing again, and then I got my garden stuff that I'm gonna start doing on here, and the stuff surrounding my business that I put on here from time to time. Just kind of like commercials for my business. The vlogs, vlog commercials for my business. So y'all can check that out from time to time. Okay. Bond says do a collabo with H Money. I've never heard it. Is he another YouTuber, Bond? AKA Pastor H. Shroom, just more of your beautiful face. That's all, brother. Oh man. Straight up, man. Championships. Definitely, whoever, man, if you know H Money or Pastor H, and you know how to get in contact with him, man, if you can put me in contact with him in some type of way, I definitely would. I don't mind putting nobody on to try and collab with anybody, man. I try to work with anybody. Definitely would be interested in just hearing other people's opinions. Phoenix Suns going to the championship. That's interesting. I will say that the Bulls, my team, haven't been good in about 10, 15 years. So I can't even remember the last time I watched a basketball game. On another note, though, since you want to bring up current news with the Phoenix Suns, let's salute to Bill Cosby. Salute you, sir, for being released from prison, man. They found some new evidence, and I believe the charges have been dropped. So everybody needs to bow down and give Bill Cosby an apology if you made a joke about him being in jail, man. Shouts out to Bill Cosby. I'm glad you released, man. He don't deserve to have to die in jail. I don't know if he did it or not. I reserve certain feelings about him sometimes because of what he says about younger black people, but I don't want to see the man die in prison. He don't deserve that. Such a long time ago, and he's so old. But shouts out to Bill Cosby for getting released from prison. Shouts out to the Phoenix Suns, who are apparently going to be the champions of the world. Shouts out to Manny Pacquiao for knocking out Errol Spence Jr. in a month and a half. And shouts out to y'all, man, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Appreciate that 10 likes, man. Definitely try to get back on here tomorrow. It's definitely motivation, man, to know even if I get on late, y'all still tune in and chop it up with me, man. So try to get back on here tomorrow. We got 7 people in here right now. Somebody got to let me know. How do y'all want to do with the money? So there's like $75 I'm gonna be giving away to one viewer. I'm either going to do it randomly, or you guys can tell me another way y'all want me to go about it. I might just do it randomly. Should I just do it randomly and just pick somebody at random and give them like a $75 gift card so they can watch the fight? Or would y'all rather do some type of competition in a live chat where we put a question out and whoever answers a certain question gets a $75 gift card? If y'all want to do it that way, we can do it that way. Or I can just pick somebody at random. I got a few people already in mind that I might give it to. But if y'all want to do something that makes it a little more open with some type of chat game, we can do it that way too. Let me know, man, before I bounce out, what y'all want to do with that. And that's about it, man. Shouts out to the Phoenix Suns. Shouts out to Bill Cosby, the Pudding King. And shouts out to y'all, man, for being viewers and sticking around and hanging in there with me, man. We're gonna be back strong with this Pacquiao fight, believe me. Shouts out to Captain Full G, man. Definitely gotta get in touch with you, bro. I see you on the WhatsApp every day, man. I'm just busy, bro. I ain't trying to ignore y'all. It ain't even like that, man. I'm just busy, bro. We're gonna get back together though. Alright, y'all shouts out to Take Ghost one more time. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all let me know in the comment section or what y'all want to do with the giveaway. Aight.
I see that somebody is trying to make it. Tails. Gang. I'm loving your body, girl, when it's naked.
Fuck, nigga, I want to see niggas try this, my nigga. Niggas rolled up a V, nigga. What you talking about?
Show me what you roll up,
Nigga,
bro.
a V, nigga.
Show me.
A V, nigga. Take Ghost, nigga. Real talk. Hashtag Take Ghost, nigga. Self-made the fuck, nigga.
All that pressure on me got me feeling like you bogus. I remember when you niggas left me with the roaches. I think you turning fed cause you starting to do that other. I've been on my mission, I ain't even see my mother. My people's live a distant, I ain't even see my daughter. I was trying to get it cause I'm drowning in that water.
My bad, brother. Nah, good looking, bro. For real, I forgot that you 100 for real. I forgot I met you out there in the by the Highlands. So you smooth, bro.
Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple Dro, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Conan show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leave him with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And and you know that I'm a fool. My freestyle's wet, I'm floating in the pool. You should pay your tuition, you're going to my school. Principal keys, you niggas getting held back. Fuck them little sacks, you can have your bread back. No refund, well here the G's come. Hit your ass up, leave you with your fucking head crack.
Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502.